Usyk wins on points, not comfortably, coming through adversity, dealing with the dirty tactics, maybe even losing a couple of rounds that maybe he shouldn't have lost, but ultimately gets the decision and wins on points. What do you think? Do you think again Tyson Fury is so?
I think Tyson Fury retires.
Yeah,
I think regardless of what happens, if Tyson Fury loses, he retires.
I think he takes the rematch.
I don't think so.
You think
he takes the rematch?
I think he takes the rematch. Tries to, especially if it's close. If it's close, I think that he will believe that he can change his style, maybe be more aggressive, maybe similar to what he did with Wilder, come in with a different style and try and win the fight.
Tyson Fury won't accept a loss, bro. Tyson Fury will not accept a loss.
I don't know if he can walk away from the money.
That's a good question.
It's the money, and it's what that money buys him.
Bro, this guy, it's also about the pride, bro. The fact that he's the king of the division. Money's a big part of a man's pride. But then here's the thing. If he loses to Usyk, it's very easy. AJ versus Fury. They both lost to Usyk.
Yeah, I don't know if he takes that fight off the back of a loss.
I think so. I don't think.
So you don't think? So you don't think he retires if he loses?
No, I think if he loses badly, he retires. That's why I don't think the rematch has money behind it. Because if Fury loses on points, I can't see how there's money behind it. And this is the thing. As I said, undisputed fights are rarely competitive. Rarely. Like, if you think, even Fury, Crawford Spence was not competitive. Devin Haney Kambosos was not competitive. Canelo versus Caleb Plant was not competitive. When Usyk became undisputed the first time, it was not competitive. Inouye's undisputed reigns have not been competitive. Yeah. The only competitive undisputed fight I can remember was Charlo versus Castano, which ended in a draw, which I think is the only undisputed fight that's ever ended in a draw, definitely in the turn of the century. Yeah. Maybe I can't remember, but that fight is the only. They rarely end in a draw in a competitive fight, because I can't see Fury being happy with a loss.
I can't see him being happy, but there's a how much money do you think Fury's going to make from this fight?
They're probably going to both make Fury's going to make like 80 million plus.
Cool. There's another 80 million waiting for him for 2 fights. But
maybe with AJ, but not
with Usyk and Fury combined.
The worst
with
thing
Usyk and Fury combined, those 2 fights combined, a rematch plus the AJ fight. There's so much money. Remember,
worst thing,
Fury wasn't making big, like, he was making money, but not big money like that before the Wilder thing, before he went away. So that is coming back. I think there's so much money there for him.
The worst thing.
Lift your mic up. That's fine. Yeah, go on. What have we done?
The worst thing for boxing, the boxing industry, not fans, but industry, is for Usyk to win. Because Usyk don't sell. Yeah. And if Usyk wins, it's the end. It's literally the end. We're starting
again. We're starting
again because from the Klitschko losing to Fury, then Wilder winning the belts,
if Usyk wins, then Usyk is just undeniable. And right now, nobody in heavyweight boxing or cruiserweight boxing can chat to him and leave him alone. If Usyk wins, it might even be not bad for Usyk, obviously undisputed champion, but like, no one's going to want to fight him. It's going to be like none of the other fights are going to sell. Who else is he going to fight? There's nobody else out. He'll bat everybody.
If Fury still wins, people can say AJ versus Fury. If Usyk wins, who are people going to say?
Exactly.
They could have maybe said Wilder if Wilder
Wilder and a horrible loss to Joseph Parker.
Exactly.
Horrible loss to Joseph Parker. He's beat AJ twice. So Fury might not take the rematch. Joseph Parker, maybe he's on a bit of a comeback, but still not really. He's already fought Dubois, who's like the up and comer. You got Joyce versus Zhang. They both don't really sell.
And Zhang already come off a loss.
Zhang's now coming off of a loss. Yeah.
Where's Usyk to go? So I think Usyk wins and runs off into the sunset as well.
No catchweight fight against Beterbiev.
Bro, that's what I want, fam. That's what I want. And this is the thing, yeah. I just deep this, bro. Like the other day, I was with my brother. I think it's not unprecedented for light heavyweights to move to heavyweight, bro. No. Roy Jones done it. Michael Moore done it. Spence done it. Like, it's very, very common for fighters to go from light heavyweight to heavyweight. And I think the size advantage that Usyk has over Beterbiev doesn't, like, if Beterbiev was fighting Fury, I would get it because that's too big. But Usyk's not really a big heavyweight, and he doesn't use his size anyway. It'll just be a fight of skills. But Beterbiev walks through Bivol like easy work, which I don't think is going to happen. But if he does,
I think Beterbiev wins by stoppage
against Bivol.
Against Bivol,
I think that's probably the fairest bet. So if he does and he wins it comfortably, like not even competitive, he's fought Usyk 3 times in amateurs.
And that big fight in Saudi should give them both enough momentum. 2 years ago, that fight wouldn't do big numbers. Him versus Gassiev didn't do big numbers, but both those wins could potentially put those two people together.
I mean, definitely. People are going to say, but if Usyk, in my opinion, if Usyk beats Fury, he's one of the greatest fighters to ever live.
Yeah.
Because pre this, bro, Olympic gold, he's arguably one of the greatest amateurs to ever live.
Yeah.
And then one thing that's always happened, great amateurs not always convert that to great pros. He's one of the greatest,
especially not a heavyweight.
Exactly. He's one of the greatest heavyweights that has ever lived.
Yeah.
He greatest.
He would have cleaned out.
He is the greatest cruiserweight that's ever lived.
Yeah.
Period. Yeah. Because in my opinion, the era that Usyk was in was the hardest cruiserweight era I've ever seen. Yeah. It's always been a quite dull division, but his era was the best era of cruiserweight I've ever seen. And he cleaned them out. He cleaned all of them out. Yeah. He cleaned them out so good.
Didn't get dropped.
He won it in their backyard. Yeah. He went everywhere. And the maddest thing is, why he's so sick? He won every belt. And Bellew had a belt, but he relinquished it to fight David Haye. Yeah. He said, "Nah, I want you." He even went back and fought Bellew. Yeah. He didn't even have to do that. That was a voluntary title defense. You know what I'm saying? Like, this guy is built different, bro. Yeah. I'm sorry. This guy's an Ali. He's in Ali. He's at Ali territory, bro. Yeah. He's at Ali flipping Robinson level. You know what I'm saying? You put him in that category, bro. You don't put him in with anyone in this era.